What you do in the next 7 days could change the outcome of this entire fight. If you live in Western Australia, and if you've been pushed to the edge by this broken Firearms Act, and if you've been watching the government force good people surrender their firearms, and you're asking, what can I actually do? Well, this video is your answer. So stick with me. I'm going to walk you through every move that matters right now because they're counting on your silence. So let's show them we won't be silent. So let's get to the facts on the table. The Western Australia Firearms Act 2024 was passed with minimal consultation, rush drafting, and has triggered a massive backlash from the sporting shooters, farmers, veterans, recreational hunters, firearm businesses, and every law-abiding citizen. And now, due to the mounting pressure, the Act is under official review in the Western Australia Upper House, led by a standing committee on legislation. That review was only triggered because of your pressure. That's right, your pressure. Because people made noise, wrote to their MPs, filed submissions, and took a stand. But while this review is happening, the enforcement still continues. Just listen to that. The enforcement still continues. Compliant demands continue. The confusion continues, and the risk of losing your firearms continues. The most critical piece of infrastructure in this process, the licensing portal. It's a joke. It's broken. And meanwhile, the Western Australia Police are trying to enforce a law using a system that they know that doesn't work. People are being told to provide documentation that can't be submitted. They're being asked to confirm details on a portal that, well, they can't even access. Some have even been told that their only option is to surrender their guns just to be safe. Told you need to surrender your firearms just to be safe. This is not how law is supposed to work. This is not how a civil administration should operate in a functioning democracy. And that's why you can't afford to sit on this one. We've also seen people surrendering tens and tens of thousands of dollars in assets, rare firearms, reloading benches, scopes, collector-grade gear, often for less than 10% of its market value. And once it's gone, there's no appeal, no reconsideration, no recourse. That's why today I'm walking you through 3 coordinated approaches that you can take that matter right now. Before we dive into the action steps, I want to take a moment to acknowledge 2 people that have been working on the front line of this fight from the beginning. Old Mark and Sam. If you're a firearm owner in Western Australia, there is a good chance that you already know who they are. The videos have been informative, urgent, and relentless in making sure that the public knows exactly what is going on. They've broken down complex legislation and exposed gaps in the government planning and helped thousands of shooters understand their rights. Mark's walkthrough of Ombudsman complaint process, well, that is pure gold. I want to encourage you to make sure you go check it out. If you already watched their breakdowns, use this video as your next step. And if this is your, well, first exposure to the issue, make sure you go check out their channel after this. We're in this together. So let's get practical. Here's what you need to do if you're living in Western Australia. Sign the official e-petition. This is a formal e-petition in the upper house where Labor does not have a majority. That means that this petition has real power to pause enforcement and demand a full audit. Only Western Australian residents can actually sign this one. And it really closes on the 2nd of August 2025. So check out the link below. I will link the details down below, so make sure you go check out that petition. We need to flood this petition with signatures, not 5,000, not 10,000, but 50,000. Let's get a lot of signatures behind this. Let's show the committee that this law is not just unpopular. It's unworkable. The second option is submitting a formal complaint. If you have been affected by this mess, the portal failures, surrender pressure, underpay buybacks, you can and should file a formal complaint. First, go to Western Australia Police internal process. The link is down below in the description as well. And if you don't get a reply within 4 to 6 weeks, or you get a response that doesn't actually address the issue, make sure you escalate it to the Ombudsman. I'll put the link below for that as well. You don't need a law degree. You just need to be factual, respectful, and clear about the impact on you. And if you were forced to surrender a $2,000 firearm and paid, well, $300, state that. And if you were denied access to the portal and therefore couldn't submit your required information, include screenshots, detail the timelines, and keep copies of everything. Keep copies of everything. This is about more than venting. These complaints create pressure generate data, and feed into larger cases. Your story might become the evidence that turns the tide. And the third option that you have is make a submission to the Upper House Committee. This is the most powerful thing that you can do right now. You are writing directly to the MPs reviewing this legislation. It closes, pay attention, it closes the 4th of July 2025. Next week. This is very important. It closes next week, so don't miss this deadline. You can send your submission in via mail as well. I'll put all the information down below in the description. And of course, you can submit your submission online. I'll put all those links and everything down in the description so then you can find it nice and easily, so you can easily complete these submissions. And what do you say? Tell them who you are, what this law has cost you, and the mental load, the confusion, the sense of betrayal, and the loss of trust, the risk to your business, your club, and of course your livelihood. If you have never made a submission before, it doesn't have to be fancy. I just want to really stress that out. Don't be afraid. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just honest. And if you need help with your submissions, make sure you check out organisations like Shooters Union Australia, or even go back and check out Mark and Sam's videos, because they have lots of valuable information in them. These actions aren't just noise. They're coordinated, layered, and of course pressured. The petition builds visibility and media attention. The complaints create institutional accountability, and the submissions reshape the legislative future. We're hitting them from every single angle, not emotionally, strategically. This isn't about saving one rifle. It's about rebuilding a wall of public resistance to government overreach. We are not here because people broke laws. We are here because the government broke trust. So we're actually fighting back respectfully, lawfully, and we're not going to stop. I know some of you are tired, and I get that. This process is tiring, and some of you have already handed in your gear, just trying to avoid the stress. And some of you thinking, what's the point? But here's the thing. If we don't push now, what will they do next time? They're already watching how many people push back, and if that number is low, they will push again, harder, with less notice. That's why this matters, not just for you, but for the shooters who come after you, the ones who are still teenagers now, the next generation. And if we give up now, we teach them that surrender, well, it's normal. No, we speak up now, so they don't have to fight harder later. We've got the numbers and we've got the facts, and now we've got a pathway. Sign the petition, file a complaint, send a submission, talk to your club, share this video, share Mark and Sam's video, share every single video that you find on YouTube about this exact topic, because we need to get this message out. And email your mates as well, the ones who are on the fence, and post this video, Mark and Sam's video, or any video on this topic in your group chats. Don't wait for somebody else to fix this. The only reason that this law is under review at all, be one of them. Let's send a message that we are not going away. We are not giving up, and we are not going to be handing over our rights just for convenience. We are responsible, we are organised, and we are not the problem. If this video has actually helped you, make sure you share it. And if it has lit a fire under you, well, it's time to act. And if you haven't already acted, follow up as well. Western Australia, this is your time. This is your moment. Make it count. And make sure you subscribe to my channel for more updates that'll be coming on this topic. And of course, more voices are joining. And this community, well, we're trying our best. See you on the next one.